Hi everyone. Today we are going to do a summer vacation yoga class. And what I mean by summer vacation is like road trips, campfires, camping, s'mores, swimming, anything like that. And so like everyone has different traditions and things that they do for like vacations in summer. Some stay at home, some travel across the world, some just go to the next state that is right next to them, or visit their grandparents' house that is just an hour away. Everyone has different ideas on what they want to do for travel. So let's get started. The first pose we are going to do is called road trip pose. I made this one up because you know me, I usually make poses up in my videos. And so, yeah, it's called road trip pose. And there are two ways to do it. One of them, you just stay still. And I like to add my own sound effects, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So you get down on your knees, put your hands like this, bend to them, then put them on the ground. Lower your head while you're at it too. And then if you want, you can, it doesn't really matter, but you can make sound effects like I do. I do vroom, 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 vroom. Or the other way is to do this. So you get like this, still on your knees, but you stand up a bit more. Put your arms on the ground going into table pose, then do this. You can walk, like you can crawl around. Doing a donut. Sorry, got a little off track there. So the next pose we are going to be doing is not s'mores. I was just talking about s'mores. We are going to be doing camping pose, because like once you've done a road trip and you've driven to the camping place, you set up your tent. So what we are going to do, stand up and then do this. Kind of form a little triangle above your head and with your legs. Then do this. Rope. Rope. Cha-ching. Like that. So you stretch your hand to one side, all the way down to your foot, and then you do it with the other hand. This one. Just like that. Woo! If you get a little off balance, it doesn't matter. You're just doing this for fun, right? And then when you go down like this, you put your arms out like this, ching, like that. You can add your own sound effects, you know, I love adding sound effects. And then what you're doing then is you're like hooking the ropes onto the hooks so that the tent stays in place. Okay, so stand up. You don't have to be doing this forever. Now after we set up our tent, we are going to do fire pose. So this is probably one of my favorite poses. So you just get down on your knees. You can sit or stand up like this. I like sitting. And then you put your hands up like you did with the tent pose. And then you do this. Crackle, crackle. Shoo, fire, fire, fire. Crackle, crackle. Shoo. And then that's fire pose. And you can add sound effects, yeah, like I do every single time. And yeah, that was fire pose because and it was one of my favorite poses because I really like just relaxing, reading books, like listening to the sound of waves crashing if you're at the ocean or where I am, kind of. Or like the sound of the trees rustling in the winds. Now I'm getting too meditative. Okay, let's just get on with the next pose. Now we are going to do s'mores pose, because who doesn't love s'mores? I know people that don't like chocolate don't really, but you can take the chocolate out and just eat the marshmallow. So for s'mores pose, I was thinking, so you know how you always have s'mores usually on like a stick or a metal, like, kind of like a stick thing, it's the same thing. Okay, it doesn't matter. But just do this, hands by your side. And then once you've gotten the stick on, you always gotta put the marshmallow on now. So make a square kind of shape above your head, like with your head or above your head. Kind of like that. I like doing this. And then you go down on your knees, then go like this. It's a big marshmallow. I'm a big marshmallow. Marshmallow. Okay, and so yeah, did the marshmallow. That was kind of weird. And so we put the marshmallow on the stick, like that. And yeah. So that was s'mores pose. Kind of like acting stuff out here. I'm joking. And then the next pose is called bird watching pose. So we're going to stand on the edge of our mat, like this, or close to the edge. And then you put your hands up, make circles with them, like this. And then put them to your eyes, kind of like binoculars. And look around you like, And if you're camping near a forest right now and watching this video, look for some actual birds, people, if you can. So, okay. So, now we found a bird. Let's go examine it. Okay. And then now, to be the bird, you can do this. Get on your knees. Go down. Flappy, flappy, tweet, tweet, tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Flappity, flap, 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 flap. Or if you want to, you can do this. Lie down on your stomach and do this. Flip, 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 flip. Flap, flap, flap. Flappy, flappy, flap, flap. Flappy, flappy, flap, flap. Like that. Tweet, tweet. Okay, now go back up to where you're standing with your hand binoculars and say, I found it! I think it's a blah, 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 blah. Whichever bird you want to choose it to be. I found a bluebird. And so, yeah, that's bird watching pose. It's very fun. So next, we are going to do outside stuff. And, this is before the dance break, so you're almost ready there, people. Okay, so the outside stuff is going to be tree pose, bird pose, plant growing pose, and wave pose, because nature is oceans, trees, plants, birds, stuff like that. Kind of stuff you find in a forest. And so let's do tree pose first. So stand straight and tall, hands by your side, and then you're going to do this. So for a branch, you put your leg up. If it's too hard, you can do do this as a branch, or you can do this with your hand. And so, but then tree. Okay, and then what I like doing this. It's okay if you fall over and stuff. This is for fun, remember guys? So tree pose would be this. And you're kind of swaying in the wind. Whoop! Alert, alert, houses, be careful, right? So tree pose, swaying in the wind. Not so vigorously! Tree gets blown away. Okay, so the next pose is bird pose. And we kind of just did that, but yeah. So now we can do flappy flap, flappy flap, flop. Or flap, 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 flap. Okay. Yeah. Bird pose is very birdy. So next we are going to do plant growing pose. And that one is just so we turn into a seed first. Do that with your arms and then up a little bit, then a little bit more, and then a teeny tiny step, and then you start growing a little bit more. Then the leaves. Then stand up. Then the flower is you. Everybody has their own unique personality, and I think that's the flower of everyone. So flower. Okay. And so next is wave pose. So start on the edge of your mat or close to the edge. I like being close to the edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Put your arms up in the air, then down. And then touch your toes. Woo! And then get down on your knees for a tiny wave. Then get back up again. If you want to go forward and stuff, for like as the waves going forward to the seashore, you can do that. Or you can stay on the edge of your mat. I like to go forward to add the sense of motion. And so next, big wave! And now the small wave. And remember, it's okay to take your time on this, okay? You can always pause and rewind back. And so, yeah. And now we're going to do our dance, okay? So now we're going to do freestyle. Okay, so we've got that finished. Oof, this makes me tired. Good thing we're almost done. Okay, I have to do another one after this. Oh, my life. Now we are going to do riding boats pose. This might be a little tricky, so you can just lie down on your belly if that's what feels nice for you. So, I ride boats a lot because it's fun. I like riding boats. And so, I own a boat myself, so I ride it a lot. And so, I like riding boats a lot. So, yeah. So, rope riding pose, you just lay on your stomach like I did like 3 minutes ago when I was talking to you. And then you lift up your legs like this. Then take your arms and grab them. And then you do this. Dead boat. Or for boat pose, you can do this. So instead of grabbing your legs, you can do this and be really close to grabbing them, kind of. And be like, instead of grabbing them. Because I know grabbing them is hard. It took me a while to get it right. But let's get started. Okay. And now the last and most calmest pose of all. After everything we've done, I think it might be a little bit tiring, huh? So we're gonna sit down like this, lay down, and then we're gonna pretend we are stargazing. Stargazing means you are at night and you are looking at the stars from like sitting or lying down on the ground. It's very fun. I've tried it a couple of times. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands, put them behind your head, if it's all right with you. And then we are going to do this. Stars, pew, stars, pew, stars, pew. I'm joking, you don't have to do that, that's just me. Okay, so just lie down. If you want, you can close your eyes. And maybe think about like a constellation that you can make, like it's your own. And you can make it like inside your head, draw it on a piece of paper. It doesn't really matter. but just maybe like think of like a constellation that you would have fun like thinking of, or like it could be of like your favorite animal or your favorite person, your BFF, best friend forever, or your mom or your dad or your sister or your brother or your dog or your cat or your pet, any pet really, or like a tree, anything. Just think of it. Take some deep breaths if you want. Just relax. This is summer vacay, people. We're supposed to relax. For instance, for the constellation thing, my favorite, I think it could be, I like imagining like peace and love and everyone being perfect together. Like everyone likes each other and there are no bad guys. There's nothing to worry about. A perfect world. So I guess my constellation would be a peace sign. And a peace sign, just so that there are like no wars and stuff. There's no segregation, no bad people trying to hurt us. I'm going in too deep. Okay, so we've had enough resting. Okay. If you want to keep resting, you can go back and rewind to where I'm very deep in talk and stuff. So, that was the last pose, and I really hope you had fun. I did. And so, I forgot my lines. I'm joking. So if you want, you can, write in the comments like what you think your favorite constellation thing that you make in your head would be, or like what you do on a summer vacation, anything. But like, make sure if you want to write below in the comments like your constellation thing, like I just said, or the summer things that you do that you think are fun. So see you next time. Bye. Peace.